Good day, you guys. It's Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning, and we got ourselves a little bit of a mess to clean up in here, as far as this being kind of like a rental condo apartment duplex that we're going to be cleaning up. And surprisingly enough, a lot of times when you go through with your cleaning products, a lot of this stuff does come out of with just the initial clean. And then you can go back and spot whatever that doesn't come up. What a lot of carpet cleaners do is that they go ahead and they spot first and then clean. I tend to do the reverse because you never know what your cleaning product is actually going to remove from the carpeting. So there's no sense in wasting product on things that are going to come out with a clean. However, there is a bit of candy stuck to the floor, which I definitely know without a doubt is not going to come out unless it is specially treated. So what we're going to use to do this is that I'm going to put down some of the citrus to kind of help dissolve it. It is very a lot of residue. Typically don't use it, but when you're in a case where you're having to clean the carpets anyways, it's not a bad product to use because you're going to end up cleaning it anyways. So what I do with the candy is I put down the citrus soy because it helps to dissolve, and then I also put down, this is just a gel solvent, although the label isn't really visible on there. I do know what the product is, so we'll go ahead, we'll treat these little areas here again with the solvent, and then on top of it we'll put some gel on top of it, and that will just keep the gel and the solvent and stuff on there as long as possible, just kind of softening that stuff up. We will then take a blunt object and just kind of work the solvent and stuff just into the candy, just to help dissolve and break it down completely. And if it doesn't all completely break out of the carpeting, it'll just kind of like all disintegrate and turn to residue ooze that will just come out with the initial carpet cleaning. So anyways, that's the process that we're going to take here. Just go by one and take all those out. Of course, there's a lot of bleach in here. Those spots are not going to come out. There is a lot of red. I'm not expecting, I expect some of the red to come out with just the initial steam clean with our green carpet cleaning products, the sodium carbonate and peroxide cleaning solutions. A lot of it should come out, but there's definitely going to be some remaining. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, so this is basically what I'm doing to all the little sticky tacky candy spots. Then I'm putting down the citrus soy, and I'm putting down some of the gel on top of it. So I'm just going to go through and treat all these little spots that are in here. Then I'm going to go back with this carpet shark, Pro's Choice carpet shark here. I'm just going to go through and agitate all of those, and it'll just help to break them down. So as this stuff is sitting there, it'll just keep loosening and softening this stuff up, so that when we go back through with a blunt object, it'll just deteriorate it and detach from the carpet fibers. And as you can see, with a little bit of agitation of just rubbing this in there, it pretty much breaks it all down. So technically we don't have to really do this probably. We run a CRB in here, it would probably, dissolve the stuff anyways, but I just like visually being able to see that, yeah, it's gone. So this is really all the process required to get this stuff up. This one was a little bit bigger, so probably going to require a little bit more soy to help break that down, but you can see that was a big nasty piece, and we're just going to continue working at it to get it up and out of the carpeting. You can see all the little sticky tacky stuff over there is completely dissolved and gone, so it'll clean up well. It always does. Okay, so here we go. It took about 8 minutes and we got every single little piece of candy up off the carpeting. Of course, the more you do it, the more efficient you become at it. The difference between the citrus solvent here and the turn it around, and you can't see the label on that one, of course. This is actually Hell Gel by Vakaway, which is a very excellent non-residue leaving kind of a cleaner. They produce a whole bunch of in-cap products, so they crystallize and they don't like leave residue and stuff, so I like using them whenever I can. However, the BioClean citrus soy solvent is very high in residue, but it does an excellent job at dissolving stuff. So what you want, where you want to use a gel, is when you need to leave the product to sit on, you know, some candy or whatever for a period of time, whereas the soy is just going to run off the candy and go into the carpet and kind of disappear. The gel is going to sit on top of the carpeting and be there until you start scrubbing at it. So what I found is you put down some soy and then you cover it up with some citrus solvent, and it just kind of holds it in there. Does a really good job at helping to break things up. And then of course the serrated edge on the Pro's Choice Carpet Shark does a real good job of just helping to break down and get the citrus solvents and the gel into the candy and releasing it from the carpet fibers itself, and it dissolves it. And as you can see through here, everything is actually all dissolved. So right now we're going to go ahead and make up some chemical. I'll go ahead and walk you through that process of what we're going to be using, because we're dealing with a lot of organic spills and food and stuff of that nature that's up here, as well as a lot of synthetic stuff. So we'll go ahead and we'll make up some good stuff to kind of clean everything up in here. And then of course I'll return these things to our staining kit.